posted some of these videos by now, and you've been able to read some of the blogs and watch some of the videos. I'm just curious if you agree or if you have any thoughts on some of the observations you've been able to see with what we've been posted so far.
I mean, honestly, you've had some very good outside counsel on prior to me that, like me, have a lot of experience in this area and know they've seen a lot of these claims and lawsuits. They know the plaintiffs' lawyers involved, so they kind of have a good understanding of the issues. And I don't really disagree with anything they've said. I did watch those prior interviews, and I thought they were very well done and they had excellent points. Look, I think this is a tough area for businesses. You know, it's been a tough economy the last year on top of tariffs and inflation and everything else. I mean, every business wants customers to have access to their products, their services, their website, of course. Whether they have in the budget to really do what's necessary to comply with the industry standards for website accessibility, that's sometimes a difficult thing to make that a priority when there's so many other, pressing demands. And ideally, we would get to a point, and I know some laws have been proposed like this, but they unfortunately haven't been enacted either at the federal level or state level, but we would have a situation where before going to court, a disabled person who has an issue or a claim would give some notice to the business, and they'd have 30 or 60 or 90 days to try to cure whatever, alleged deficiencies there are with the website. It would seem to be a more fair way to go about things, but we just haven't gotten to that point. So I sometimes tell our clients to lobby their Congress people. I mean, Congress has enough trouble getting anything done these days, of
Yeah.
course, but it really would be great if either Congress, through legislation, or the Justice Department through guidelines, or the courts through some more decisions, really kind of clarified for businesses what they do and don't have to do in this area, because the law is still a little mixed and gray and evolving here and there. Certain jurisdictions require different things than other jurisdictions. So it's tough for businesses, and we get that. But, at the end of the day, if they can afford to do so, as we said, the best way to go about this is really to have somebody look at your website, whether it's somebody on your staff or an outside consultant like UsableNet, really assess if there are issues with accessibility. And maybe it's on the more sort of obvious things that people would go to on the website, like the checkout process or store locator comes up here and there, things like that. Make sure the links work. Make sure things work with screen readers that blind people use. I mean, I would say 95% plus of the claims we see in the ADA area regarding websites are by blind individuals saying that the website isn't compatible with the screen reader software he or she uses to access content. We thought we would see more, a lot of websites have videos, and a lot of them are not closed caption or have a text
Yeah.
equivalent. Once in a while we see a claim, from a hearing impaired individual, but for the most part, we're seeing these claims come in from blind individuals. So, if you can bring your website into compliance with the industry standards, or, to the greatest extent possible, that's your best bet. And then monitor the website, make sure it stays in compliance. That's really, at the end of the day, that's the best way to do it.